Whoa, Nelly! You've joined Chief for another episode of ArmaGEEKdon. This time it's an action figure review. There's cards coming up later, but forget about them cards right now because toys and action figures where it's at. Now, normally on action figures I stay in the 1/12 scale, so we're talking 6 to 7 inches. We're talking Hasbro Star Wars Black Series, we're talking Marvel Legends, we're talking McFarlane DC Multiverse, Storm Collectible Street Fighter, that kind of jazz. But now I'm dropping down a scale, I'm coming down, bringing it down to 3 3/4 inch scale, or 3 3/4 inch size. I think these might even go to 4 inches, which is 1/18 scale. I don't know if, is it right that 3 3/4 inches and 4 inches still go into the 1/18 scale? Also, let's forget about using inches. We're not Imperium anymore. Let's go to centimetres round here. We're metric round here, so whatever that is in centimetres, I'm going to start labelling that up. But listen, we've got the box. Holy tortilla chips all the way from Hong Kong. And look, plastic corner protectors to protect your box. You ever seen that before? Love it. Let's crack it open, see what we got. Warhammer 40k 4-pack Space Wolves from JoyToy, fully articulated. Get them to the table. Oh, that's right. We're here to do the official review of the new 1/18 scale figure that the Chief's got. I can't do it alone. That's not my style. Well, it is my style, but not today. So we got this guy.
Mr. 1/18th. Hello, Chief. Hello, ArmaGEEKs.
For those who don't know, this is S. Jubbinator, Stephen Jubber, a G.I. Joe aficionado extraordinaire. Now you do know. Knowing's half the battle. Listen, how are you, my friend? Good to see you.
It's great to be back. It's been a hot minute since we last did this, Chief. My goodness.
Yeah, very excited.
I'm a little anxious. What's the format now? Do we talk about cards? Do we do box breaks? Like,
no.
What do you do on the show?
On that card junk today. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though, because I've got a big hairdo. I'm going to do this.
Whoa.
Hey, switcheroo. Because now, well, I don't know what you're doing, but now you're underneath the sign. But no, listen, I'll tell you what, everyone who's G.I. Joe related will know you and know your work. But listen, Renegades, episode 4, I watched it this morning, and it's been out for 2 weeks. But as always, top draw stuff. Now listen, the bit I loved was when they were planting explosives and sticking wires in little, was that silly putty? Or what was that? It was like squishy. Loved it. What was it?
Well, in most of the world, it's called blue tack, but in South Africa, it's called press stick. And instead of it having a bluish hue, it's more light gray. So it's perfect for composition 4. Did you used to do that in your setups, Chief? Take like little blocks of putty and stick wires in?
No, I wish I did.
Oh, yeah, well, great ideas, man.
Go and check out this guy. Links down below. G.I. Joburg. Who's involved in that? Buddy. And you, Paul, anyone else?
And there's a fella actually living not too far away from here called Zazel. He runs a channel called Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. And the Renegade series is basically a showcase for the Sarge, and he has very much been my muse, my spirit animal. We've had many a pub session talking about the finer points of the script on this show.
Yeah,
so,
it's fantastic. It's play motion, the world's leading play motion dude right here. So please go and check that out. How many more parts? Because it was originally slated as 3, and then you started just extending.
Chief, you know it all too well. Look, the script was divided into 3 sections. The last section being the most ambitious, and it's now turned into 3 sections in and of itself. So it's now a 5-parter.
Okay, so one more to go.
The conclusion.
We wait with bated breath.
What's it all culminating in? Let's find out.
Listen,
as soon as I get around to shooting.
I got you on because you are Mr. 118th, and I got this package. I got this package from Hong Kong yesterday. Now, I don't know what your love of this is.
Oh my goodness! Hey, Chief, you know more about Warhammer than me, brother. That's
you really sure. Okay, fine. Warhammer 40k miniatures. Not in this case. These are articulated. 1/18 scale. Articulated by these guys. JoyToy. You familiar with JoyToy?
Familiar enough. I don't own any. I'm nervous about the fragility issues, but these look like hefty figures.
Okay, now I'll be honest with you. These came yesterday, and I couldn't wait, so I have had a little peek at them.
All right.
But let's have
first impressions, Chief.
Let's get them out and have a look. So each one comes in a lovely individual box.
That's huge for a 1/18 scale.
Siri doesn't understand, but this is the Space Wolf Hunter Pack. Let's get them open and see what they're all about.
What is your history with Warhammer? Did you play as a child, or was it adult?
I never played, but I was one of those kids who had minis, painted minis, read the rule book, never actually played.
Well, I remember flicking through the I don't know. I suppose there was a monthly Warhammer 40k magazine.
Yep.
Yes, that's it. And just being blown away by the kind of miniature work and paint apps that people were doing, like the detail.
So I played a few of the spin-offs. I played Space Hulk, which was more of a board game rather than a role-playing game. Played that, and Deathwing was a spin-off of that. And then I played a lot of other Games Workshop stuff. So Blood Bowl mainly, which was kind of fantasy American football. But I've been fascinated by. I like the lore. I like the lore and the world building.
Yeah.
So
come on, the equipment, the aesthetics is so appealing.
I've read quite a few of the novels and stuff as well. So got a lot of love.
No. I'm all about the toys, man. The minis, like just the kind of steampunk meets World War I kind of tanks, and these guys looking absolutely mongrel.
Okay.
Bolt guns.
Each one of these comes with a little card. So let's just have a quick. I say quick. Let's. What the hell is this thing glued down with? Okay. So you get your nice little card of your dude, and here we've got Brother Wolfgar. Brother Wolfgar is our first one.
My brother.
Okay, so. And here's our guy.
Huh. Do you have anything for a size comparison, Chief?
I do. Yes, I do.
Now, Star Wars vintage collection guys are notoriously kind of petite, I suppose, because they're accurately scaled to human beings. This guy looks big.
No, the scaling on this, I would say, is correct, because these guys are genetically modified to be larger than humans.
All right. Okay. So kind of like the Spartan from
I'd suggest that is about the right, almost perfect scaling. Let's just have a quick check for what Lando comes in at.
What a cute ruler. Oh my goodness.
Coming in there at about.
You're asking me? Your camera's not that good, Chief, but I'd say 9 or 10 centimeters. 9.5.
It's about 9.5. 9.5 to the top of his head. And this dude, I think it said on the box 12 centimeters. So
respectable. Okay.
Yeah. About
So
12
if Lando
centimeters.
is like 1,8 meters tall, this guy
Right.
would be over 2 meters.
Okay, well, I've got this dude as well, but he skews a bit bigger, doesn't he? They skew a bit larger.
Yeah, I'd say so, sure.
G.I. Joe's. I'm going to pop him into a little review actually coming up soon.
Cool.
£9.99 from Zavi yesterday.
Amazing. Get me one. Apparently, they were warming pigs across the pond. The United
Yep,
States just couldn't get rid of them.
yep. Okay, fine. So here we go. Here's our dude. He is big, so the camera's a bit, yeah, not that much detail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to intersplice this with me actually having to play with them so we can get a better look. But this is just so you can have a quick little look. So, right, let's crack into these. Keen Bean. These are made by JoyToy in association with Games Workshop, so they are officially licensed product. 15 plus on the box. We've got a Spaceballs Battle Pack Hunter Pack. Comes there you go, Games Workshop, Space Marine, blah blah blah. But look at this pack art. Fantastico. Love it. 1/18 scale. 4 12cm collectors, action figures and accessories. This is the JoyToy Spaceballs Battle Pack Hunter Pack. Gorgeous, gorgeous box. Well, the box is fine, I guess. I'm going, forget this one, I'm just going to go here, see what this one is. Okay, so we've got the picture of the 4, and I have got this guy, whoever he is. Love it. Seal there, let's break the seal. Pumped for these. Okay. Card. Bit of glare on that, so let's release it from its plastic hold. Brother Carl. There he is. Love it. Let's get that in a little holder for the display. Brother Carl and Fantastico. So they come in a tray, figure and accessories. I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to look at the accessories first. Look at the accessories first. Okay, so we've got the Space Marine. That's just a little bit of fluff. The Space Marine backpack. Great detailing on this. Look at this. Fantastic. That must be the plugs to go in the back of the Space Marine. But that is, it looks fantastic. It's got a bit of heft to it. Love that. Blaster pistol. Blaster pistol. Lovely. Bit of gunmetal shading on that. And the bolter with a scope, and you've got some gold detailing there on the one side. Lovely. Looks like, look, there's a little pinhole there. Does that mean you can put a strap to where? No. Could you customize and get a strap? You probably could do something and just pin it in there. That'd be nice. Sling it over his shoulder. Here's the helmeted head. Oh, lovely. Look at it. Look at the detail on it. It's fantastic. Subtle. So it's like a pop. And she goes. There she goes. Then we've got several hands. What hands have we got with this guy? Maybe they're for the different weapons. So here's a left, kind of a heavy one with a trigger finger. And there's the other left alternate. That's probably for the bolt pistol, I imagine. And then is it the same on the other side? Yeah, same on the other side. And here is our man. Here is our man. Yeah, look at that. Lovely stuff. Right, what I'm going to do is, I've got a Lando Cal. I'm just doing a very, very quick size comparison. 1/18 scale. Vintage Lando Calrissian. And that is about right. Because A, it's a man in a suit. B, these guys are genetically modified. They've taken all kinds of souped up goodies to make themselves larger than humans. So that is probably about the right scale. That's fine. So good. Good. The detailing, look at this. The wings and the skull. And he's got a lovely thing on the swivels. A totem thing there on the belt. Love a belt. Pouch. Do these come off? Oh, yes. Look, removable pouch. Oops. Another one. I'll take them off. That was the back pouch. Whoops. For all his goodies in there. Little flap there, soft plastic there. Backpack ridges. Lovely shoulder detailing here and the Space Wolf there. Clean, look at that clean lines. Very cool. Coming down the leg, we got a wolf. So that's fixed. The wolf there. Just look at the detailing. It's just the sculpt is fantastic. In terms of fragility, you're right, because when I was playing with him, one of the legs just popped off.
Off and broken, or off?
No,
just
off and just slotted back in. So
is it on a ball?
The
the ball's kind of loose.
longevity. Yeah, because they're all just basically dumbbells with balls on each end,
Right.
and then the joints just kind of pop on and off. So I'm wondering, as the holes where the dumbbells go into over time, if they widen, then you're going to get loosey-goosey joints.
It's like all of us, Chief. You know, those ball and socket joints, they have a lifespan.
All of these. So there you go. So look, the pouches pop off and then just go into these slots. These are the kind of things that I think over time are going to become a bit loose. He's got a nice little kind of totem dangly
To my
thing there.
mind, the paint ops, while nice, leave a little bit to be desired when you consider how insane people have painted up their Warhammer figures. Do they do, like McFarlane Toys, a blank version of this that you can paint up yourself?
No, they don't. I know the one you mean. So, for example, let me just get one here. Bear me 2 seconds. I know what you mean.
Have you broken out the paints, Chief?
No. I don't actually have a blank one. But
come on back. Come on back. Come on, Chief. Come on back. There he is.
So that's the McFarlane pre-painted one.
All right. So have you given a rating to that figure? And then how would this little guy compare?
I like these ones. I like these ones a lot. Articulation is pretty limited. You get more in the 6-inch for sure, in the 1/18 scale for sure. And maybe a bit more detail painting required on this. But I just like the bulk of it. You know, it's only going to sit on the shelf. Sure. It's 20 quid, so I'm not complaining at that. Whereas these guys, same price point. These are £20 each. Same price point as that McFarlane.
Plus the shipping from Hong Kong.
It was free. Yeah, free shipping from Total.
Terrific.
So you have got great range of motion. You've got more than 90 degrees on the elbow.
Scratch his head.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. You do get a bit of head tilt. Not much. Oh, you do get a bit of up and down.
That's terrific.
The only bit of articulation I don't like is on the knee, not the articulation, but from a visual aspect, what they needed. I've got, bear me 1 second. I've got a figure here. Is an amazing Yamaguchi, and what they do on theirs, they have the knee cap on a pivot, so you can actually hide once you've done your knee. You can actually hide the knee joint, which is a really nice feature. You don't really get that much, but that would have been...
Gambit's design also lends to it. Oh, mind you, this guy also has caps.
Would have been nice on that. Obviously, extra cost involved there. But I mean,
extra fragility to put a joint of that size. On a 1/18 scale.
Yep. Look, the mass-produced, painted, they look pretty good, I think. They could have been a lot worse. Let's check out the articulation while we're here. Head, what can we do head-wise? Forwards and backwards. Obviously rotates. Any tiltage? Yeah, you get some tiltage. Let's pop. Okay, that just pops off very simply. And let's get... Oh no, wait, I'll tell you what's happened. Look, that needs to... So I need that joining pin, which did not come out. So I'm going to use my teeth. Almost swallowed it. There it is. So it's a piece with a big ball and a little ball. So the little ball needs to go in there and effectively stay in there and not keep coming out when you swap heads over. But it's not the end of the world, I suppose. Is that on? I didn't hear a pop or anything, but that's the more common look that we're associating with. So shoulder wise, okay, it can come out. Is this a floating? Oh, the shoulder pad is a floating piece, which is nice. So when his arm is down here, you know, you can flip it in, or it will float up a little bit to give you a bit more movement. Full range on the shoulder there. Or we've got the elbow. Oops, get it on camera, Chief. Is that's not a separate piece, but look, you've got really good range of, you know, more than 90 degrees on the elbow. So he is going to be holding that blaster no problem. A little bit of loosey-goosey there, not too bad. Same elbow on the other side, and again, look, okay, here you go, that's the hand for... I'm going to try that. Okay, so it wasn't in. Wasn't in. Let's try it now. I'm itching to try this. Okay, so we've got soft, malleable hands and fingers. Can't get that to actually grasp, because look, here we go. Let's move on to, so look, these are super rubberized, so unfortunately they will lack gripping power, I guess. Oh no, there he is. Wicked. Okay, so yeah, the elbow's there. So wrist, we've got an up and down on the wrist. Oh, I know it's on a ball joint, so it's whatever you want it to be. On a ball joint, whatever you want it to be. Fingers are too loose. How do you tighten up fingers? I don't think you can. But anyway, there you go. What we got? Waist. We've got diaphragm here. We get any lean? We get a little bit. Actually, we get quite a lot. Quite a lot. Swivel at the diaphragm, a little bit of swivel at the diaphragm, you can see there, but also you've got a waist swivel, so you're going to be able to do lots of intricate mid-level movements with this dude. Very good. Leg wise, they're just simple, you know, pins everywhere, so you're probably going to get these guys falling apart quite a lot. As if by magic. It's not an ArmaGEEKdon figure review without something falling off on the man. Just a plug and play, boom. But it does mean that you are going to be able to get ridiculous movements you're not going to need. So you've got, obviously, because that's popping on, it's a swivel there. Is there a swivel? Oh, there's also a swivel at the upper leg as well. You're not going to need all that. Knee joint. Okay, here's my first beef with the figure. This kneecap needs to also be on a tilt, because if you're doing knee, that's no good. If you're coming from the front, you can cover it up. Okay, that's not ideal. That needed to be on a rotation, that. But let's look at the foot. So again, this, I think, is just on a pin, so you're going to get quite a lot of flexion there, quite a lot of flexion forward, a little bit back, and because it's on a pin, you are going to get a little bit of a side rocker, and he's got a toe joint as well. So there he is, brother Carl, Space Wolf, ready for action. Okay, going to the box, I'm going to this one. Who we got here? Oh, so we had this guy, and now we got this dude here. Let's get him out and have a quick look. In fact, I'll get them all out and we'll do a quick recap of the other three we haven't seen. Makes sense. Yep. So we got lovely, wrong way around. Lovely backpack. You know, they have done a bit of shading, a bit of colouring, and a bit of wash, and that is just popping on there.
Very nice. Yeah, no, it does look like a painted metallic texture. Very cool, man. Oh, ooh, that looks better than the McFarlane version.
Yep.
It's crisp.
Yep. Nice bit of gold.
Yeah, that's an added paint app that they didn't have to do, and there it is.
Really nice. So one of the other issues I did have is the fingers are very soft and pliable.
Okay.
And so gripping wise, so he can get that in there, no probs. He does actually come with another hand. He actually comes with 4 sets of hands as well to hold different implements, but this is the under barrel hand.
Oh man, it's like the classic Warhammer 40k pose.
Yeah, the shoulder pads
legs a little bit.
The shoulder pads are also on a hinge, so you can angle them round to hide.
Nice.
You know, some seams there. But yeah, and then they also not obviously, but he also comes with
classic
the Space Marine helmeted head. He also comes with a bolt pistol.
Blam, blam, blam.
So what I did find was, as I was popping his head off, there you go, the pin came off in the head. So I need that pin.
Once again, not a break. It's more just a kind of inconvenience. Chief.
Almost swallowed it.
Make the audience wince.
So it's it's got one big ball on one end and one small on the other end. But that is, you know, I don't know how you stop that happening. I don't know how you stop.
And once that goes into the carpet, it ain't coming back.
You're done. So just popped it back in there, and then we'll pop on his. Oh, but I'm not getting a pop when it.
So I think I might be asking this a second time. How would this rate compared to the McFarlanes? Like, is this better or on par? Or
I mean, I don't know. Are they comparable from what point of view? I guess comparable from a price point of view, or is it either one or the other? I guess with the other one, it's more of a posing figure for the shelf. With this, you know, you've got a squad of 4. You can get them all, you know, articulated up and actually
playing.
You can play with them. You can play with them
All right.
because again, everything is just dumbbell pins. So the feet, you've got big range of motion there. It's got rocker. You've got toe hinges. So
Oh wow.
you're going to get them in, and the toe hinges are fairly stiffish. So you are going to be able to get them in some real cool, action poses and stuff.
Does JoyToy make vehicles?
They make big mechs, some real nice looking mechs. The only other one I'm going to show you is, so we've got this guy, and he comes with all the same stuff.
Duke.
As Brother Wolfgar, and this is Brother Beric.
Do you feel a little cheated that they seem to have the same accessories? Like there's no variation?
They have one difference, is obviously the head, and look at his little hanging totem from his waist.
Sure. None of them come with that sword that is a chainsaw.
Okay, wait a sec.
That's a classic Warhammer weapon, isn't it?
Then you got this guy, who again, same, but he has got a little wolf tassel on his thigh there, and this is brother Carl. So pretty much the same, with a few different heads and different things hanging, and then you do get this guy. Let's get him out.
But Chief, is that enough variation to warrant getting 4 of the same figure? Like just a different program?
I don't see. Yes, because in reality, most people are going to army build these, or 4 they come in squads, or they operate in their sphere in packs or squads. So it's rare you're going to find 1 or 2 on their own. So they're always going to be in packs. And for display,
but if there was just some more variation between them, it might just enhance the value of it. Like, it doesn't sound like these guys have, figure to figure. There isn't just a little quirk here, a little bit of extra damage on this guy's one plate, or
maybe. I
suppose that's in your hands to maybe make them more unique.
Cost is going to go up, isn't it? It's enough for me. So this guy. Eric
he's got a blade.
Also comes with this scabbard with a removable blade.
Oh, that is sweet, man. Hold that up one more time, Chief. The knife. Wow. Very nice.
It's a good one, and he comes with a nice gripping hand to pop this bad boy into.
So 20 quid each, times 4, $80, and free shipping. Look, it's not cheap, but the standard seems bloody high. The paint apps are crisp. Did you find any errors? Any slips?
No, I haven't found anything with issues with the paint just yet. I'm going to have a better look at them over the weekend.
And like a lot of toys from the East, we see windowless boxes, which is something that is now causing controversy.
Right.
Back this side of the pond. Well, I am in the East now, but what the Western world is up in arms about Hasbro dropping packaging plastics, single-use plastics from their packages. So windows on Marvel Legends are going to be a thing of the past.
Right.
And Star Wars Black Series and all that jazz. G.I. Joe Classified. What's your stance on that, Chief?
It will just be a promo picture on the box.
Precisely. Or artwork.
So similar to this.
Yes. Although I'm thinking in the case of G.I. Joe Classified, because it is an artist series, like they get guest artists to do the packaging art, just give them the whole real estate. Like, the internet can provide you pictures of the damn toy. Mind you, at the same time, there's a lot to be said for, people's parents still buy them toys. Like granny and grandpa, auntie and uncle will still be out in the shops and they want to see what the toy looks like. Yeah. Maybe that's what the box back is for. Anyways, the question remains, Chief, what is your stance on windowless boxes?
I'm fine with it from my personal point of view. I don't need to to see the figure,
Well,
because from a
you are
personal...
vegan after all, man. Yes.
No,
There
not
you
anymore.
go.
Not
Oh,
anymore.
really?
No.
Chief, welcome back, man, to the eaters of the living dead. What
I'm
are
a
we? I don't
season.
know.
I'll only eat organic meat, but I am
Not
a
very good.
seasonal eater. So
Built on.
meat in the winter, fish in the autumn, meat in the winter, vegan in the spring, and vegetarian in the spring, but vegan in the summer.
Perfect, man. At least you're gonna be in time for all those like Thanksgiving and Christmas meats.
There you
The
go.
turkeys, the gammons, the
That's
roast
still
beef.
only twice a week. Only twice a week. But listen, we're not here to talk
Good
about my
man.
dietary habits. He also comes with a little. His helmet is different as well, because he's got the pack leader symbol on the top.
Ooh, very nice.
I'll put some images.
Gundam.
I'll put some images as well in and around this video to show the other offerings they've got, because they started out with a lot of ultramarines. This is the only Space Wolves one. And the only reason I got this one because it was slightly cheaper than the rest, because some of the other ones are even more expensive than 20 a figure. They go up to like £30 a figure. Then they've started doing Blood Angels and Chaos Marines. This is officially licensed from Games Workshop. So,
This gives me hope because JoyToy has made an announcement that they have access to the G.I. Joe license.
okay.
So, I mean, the press release was interesting. It was very broken English and
Okay.
talking about the most exquisite action figures seen since 1985 or something like that.
Right.
It was very, very random, but I hope I hope we get more details, and this gives me hope that it will there'll be quality toys.
Well, what I can say about these figures is there is a lot of attention to detail and care has gone into them. The articulation for this scale for a bulky figure that is in a lot of armor is really impressive. The paint apps are on the whole good. I've just seen a little bit there. Can you see just the yellow where it's kind of on the edge? Camera's probably not picking it up. A little bit bumpy
just a little
there.
bit too bright. Not enough of
No, it's just there's a little bit of yellow that hasn't gone all the way to the edge.
Oh, bleed. Oh no, underspray. I think this is the term.
Underspray, yeah. But on the whole, it's never going to be perfect, is it? You're always, unless it's fully hand painted, it's never going to. What do you want to do? Do you want a £40 1/18 scale figure that's been hand painted, or do you want a £20 one that's good enough? I would say my only concerns at the moment would be the soft pliableness of the fingers. I think is going to wear over time, and also I think, like you mentioned at the very start when I said, have you got any dealings with JoyToy and you worried about the fragility of the figures? I think again that the pin joints could wear over time, but I said those larger McFarlane ones were display figures. You could easily just stick these in a cool display as well if you wanted to, and not play with them. But you've got the option to play with them because they are really well articulated. You've got cool. The diaphragm has got twist and motion there, so you can get him, leaning well back without McFarlane. The DC Multiverse figures, or even most figures, suffer from gappage in the diaphragm. You can do this without it looking too weird. So overall, really pleased with these. So contemplating whether I need to get any more.
It's nice seeing a chest divide that is well concealed by the costuming. The figure's design accommodates its articulation. You're not cutting in a joint, an ab crunch that was never there before. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and also I'll be popping up a real quick review of this boy. S-Jubs has actually reviewed this guy and did a very good job. So there you go.
Sometimes we get random on G.I. Joburg. Every now and then a Star Wars figure crosses my crosshairs.
Yeah, lovely little piece of a triple generation Jubber I saw as well.
Yeah. Well, when the old man is in town, you got to get him in front of a camera. I did a review with my son and my father, and mind blowing.
Very good, very good. There you go. That is pretty much a quick little look at these JoyToy Warhammer 40k Space Marines. Interesting if nothing else.
Chief recommends.
Yeah, I do. I think they're good, and I think that one of the things that's refreshing and also bad from a financial point of view is they put out their releases saying here's wave 1, here's wave 2. They hit all their deadlines, but there is not much time between the waves, so it's going to cost you a lot of money if you're one of these people who likes to collect everything, because you know there's not much gap between releases.
Hey man, at least they are releasing figures and you're not just getting a collection of pre-orders.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I was watching
in that sense, JoyToy hitting their deadlines and getting plastic out, amazing.
yeah,
We're constantly
I was
reminded
watching,
that there are production delays,
I
but
think it
it
was
seems
the
like these guys
Froosh,
are able to get them out.
the Froosh, who I really like, and he's always going on about Marfex, I think, who put out pre-orders for a year's time, and they still haven't shipped or produced stuff that people have been waiting on for like 2 years. So different strategy here, but yeah. Well, thanks to SJob7 for popping on the show once again. And next time I get maybe when I break open that stalker, I'll get you back on.
Yeah, man. I'm curious to see if his leg doesn't shear off straight out of the package.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
It has happened, but
okay.
Look, by a lot of accounts, good figure. So I am curious. Yeah, man. Too bad that retro collection has kind of evaporated. It's done.
What's the deal with that then? Is that a thing of the past? Is that done?
Yeah, it seems to have fallen in between the cracks between classified and the new retro O-ring relaunch, which also seems to have stalled. I don't know, man. Hasbro they're good at pumping up the giving these live streams saying what's coming, but there's not a lot to hand this year. And this is the 40th anniversary of G.I. Joe. This is 2022. It ain't gonna happen next year or the year after that. This is it.
Yeah.
So come on, guys.
Partly because classified line is taking off bigger than they thought it would. Do you think that seems to be just going
but
strength
the delay, the production delays are real. The classified line this year has been largely pre-orders and digital renders, and not a great deal of new product in people's hands. And it's May, so who knows?
Yeah.
So
and what, you pick up the odd classified here and there?
I'm a slave to scale, Chief. I stick to three-quarter O-ring. She's never let me down yet. And I am a very slow and meticulous collector. Like, I will be collecting the original ARR run for the rest of my days. I get a figure and I chill out with it. I really drink it in.
You appreciate it. You consume that
figure. Out my collecting. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Exactly. Listen, thanks so much for joining. People out there in Geekland, make sure you keep it geek, I guess. Laters.